One evening, a teenage boy named Ethan was walking home from school through a quiet street. The sky was slowly turning dark and the street lights had just started to glow. As Ethan passed a small grocery store, he noticed something unusual. An elderly man was standing outside the shop, looking very worried while checking his empty pockets again and again. The old man looked confused and stressed. The shopkeeper inside the store was watching him impatiently. Ethan slowed down and listened carefully. The old man was trying to buy some medicine, but he couldn't find his wallet. "I swear I had it just a few minutes ago," the old man said nervously. The shopkeeper crossed his arms and replied, "Sir, if you don't have the money, I can't give you the medicine." Ethan felt something heavy in his heart. The old man looked desperate. After a moment of thinking, Ethan stepped forward and said, "I can pay for the medicine." The old man looked surprised. "You don't have to do that," he said. But Ethan simply smiled and paid for the medicine using the little money he had saved. The old man thanked him many times and slowly walked away. Ethan continued walking home, feeling happy that he helped someone in need. The next morning, something unexpected happened. As Ethan stepped outside his house to go to school, he suddenly saw a black car parked in front of his home. Two well-dressed men stepped out of the car and walked toward him. Ethan felt confused and a little nervous. One of the men asked, "Are you Ethan?" Ethan nodded slowly. The man smiled and said, "The man you helped yesterday asked us to find you." Ethan was surprised. "Why?" he asked. The man opened the car door and said, "Because he would like to thank you properly." When Ethan arrived at a large house outside the city, he couldn't believe his eyes. The elderly man from yesterday was standing there, but now he looked completely different. The man smiled warmly. "I wasn't just an old man who lost his wallet," he said. "I own several hospitals in this city." Ethan stood there speechless. The man explained that he sometimes walks around the city to see how people treat strangers. Ethan stood there speechless. The man explained that he sometimes walks around the city to see how people treat strangers. The man then handed Ethan an envelope. Inside was a letter and something Ethan never expected, a scholarship that would pay for his entire education. Ethan's eyes widened with disbelief. "Kindness should always be rewarded," the man said. That day, Ethan realized something important. Sometimes helping someone without expecting anything in return can completely change your life. Because in this world, you never know who you might be helping, or how that small act of kindness might return to you one day. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Whispered Tales for more powerful and inspiring stories.